What is up, people of YouTube? Hellfire Games here, and today we are going to be doing a Ramble review on the crew. So let's get started. This game has received mixed signals. Wait, no, not mixed signals. Straight up hate from reviewers. Not mostly mainstream reviewers like GameSpot, IGN, and such. But they have given it horrible ratings of 5, and it's really sad because these people, Ivory Tower, have spent 7 years making this game, and personally I think it's what Need for Speed could have and should have been this year, last year, and the last couple of years, starting with Most Wanted or starting with Hot Pursuit. But that's not the point. It is a great game. It has a humongous map, which I just love the map. It's actually a very detailed map. The scenery is amazing, as you see here in the swamps. It has a nice car selection, not a big one, but who needs a big car selection when you have customization? I've never run into someone with the same car, except for one minor detail. Raid spec and circuit spec are not customizable, which is understandable because they're so crazy. As you can see here, I'm in a raid spec dune buggy. So this really makes me mad when they get 5s, because they put so much time and effort into this game. And if you're not a car fan, you'd probably look at this game and see, oh, the action is horrible, the story isn't good, you know, the graphics aren't that great, because people play Need for Speed because it's like, oh, the Frostbite 57 engine, and it looked good. But the graphics don't even have to be good, because we have such good car customization with which people seem to not care about in their reviews, because customization sucks in racing games. And the vanilla customization is okay. We have stickers, we have paints. The driving physics have gotten a lot of hate. They say that it's like floaty or something, I don't know. Well, the camera angle, it's not even the handling, it's the camera angle. The camera angle sways, takes a couple seconds of delay when you turn, and it makes for a weird look. I personally don't mind it at all. It does get quite annoying whenever you hit a tree and start spinning, as you should see later in the clips. But it really bothers me to see this, because they don't appreciate the time and effort that went into making it. Let's talk about the open world a bit, I guess. It's humongous. It takes 2 hours to cruise across the map. I'm saying cruise, as in like not freaking boosting your eyeballs out and cutting corners and stuff. I mean 2 hours loosely just driving through America, taking your time. And you could add more time if you stopped and look at the scenery. And there is plenty of scenery to see. As you see here, I just came across this random little thing. It's not very exciting, but it's detail. Just this random little thing I drove up into. And there is big scenery such as the Grand Canyon, the Empire State Building, New York City is scenery itself. I mean, I'm in the Everglades right now. I mean, there's a freaking unicorn, and there's also Bigfoot. I don't see how that could be bad. It's decent graphics. If you look at it whenever the sun's going down, especially, it looks absolutely amazing. But I don't really care about graphics anymore. I care about story, which leads me to my next category, story. The story was okay. It was lengthy, and it didn't really give you that good of upgrades. I guess it was an okay story. It just seemed stale, like the Need for Speed movie almost, like a carbon copy pretty much. But I don't think that's really what the game was supposed to be renowned for. So the story, it's kind of crappy, but it gives you a good idea of gameplay and physics, I guess, and features in the game. It introduces you to them, which you can then take to the multiplayer, which the multiplayer is actually amazingly fun. For some reason, it reminded me of MotorStorm Apocalypse. I don't know if any of you ever played that, but I'm a big MotorStorm fan, and I used to play MotorStorm Apocalypse all the time. It reminded me of this because I just wanted to keep playing it and getting upgrades and points. And I did keep playing it, and then I would go and blow all my money, as you see here, on a car that I didn't even like. I hate the Perf-Spec Charger. The Perf-Spec Charger looks really stupid with that rear wing. Anyways, that's not the point. The multiplayer is extremely fun. You can do races. That's actually pretty much it. I wish they would add some other game modes. There is crew versus crew, but that is not to earn cash, which kind of sucks. Online interaction is not that bad. You know, there's 8 people in the game, which I think if it's going to be an MMO, there should have been more people in the game, but that doesn't really bother me because everyone in the game wants to interact, and somehow you always find that there's someone near you. And the people are not like hit you, go crazy, la la la. They want a crew. In another clip I'll show, I meet this guy when I stopped recording, but then I started recording again because this guy came up to me and started revving his engine. So then we proceeded to drive and show off our different cars. And I've had many experiences like this. And that's what makes a great game, a next-gen game. That's what we're looking for. That's what us racing fans want. I see that in Black Panther. All he wants is online interaction. That's what I want too. I want group meetups, showing off cars, you know, crewing up, cruising. And I've had that experience before. I met up with a guy, we saw each other on the salt flats, started drag racing, showing off cars, and then we went across the country, because why not? And it was amazing. And I think that's what really defines the crew. And the title is The Crew, the name of the game, which I don't really see fit, because the crew system is a little messed up for me. What I wanted to see, I didn't want to see a loose, like, jump into a crew, la la la. I wanted to see like upgrade your crew almost as if you created your own clan of 4, but then you were part of a bigger picture with the factions, which is the factions are perfect. I have no complaints about them, but I wish that you could name your crew and you would always be in your crew and kind of gain rep. That would have been absolutely amazing. And this game reminds me a lot of Midnight Club Los Angeles, with better graphics and better handling. I did not like Midnight Club Los Angeles handling. I would say it is a distinct cousin to Midnight Club, and I know how many people liked Midnight Club, so if you would just give the crew a chance, you would realize that it is itself a great game. What else? As I said before, the vehicle selection is kind of skimpy, but I thought it was pretty good because they chose vehicles I liked, and you could customize them to look crazy and awesome. Right here we have an example of not awesome at all. Yeah, that Charger's ugly as mess. And there's many exploration to be done. There's a lot of exploration to be done. You go through there's scenery that you have to go up to, and you're in 2,000 cash, which is crazy. That's a lot of money in the crew. And you get 2,000 cash for going to them, and there's a whole bunch of them. And that you can make that your objective, or you go and you find car parts to hot rods, and the hot rods are absolutely amazing. One looks like the Batmobile, one's a dune buggy, and it's really cool. Then you also have my mission is to uncover the entire map. As you see there, the purple spots, you have to uncover that. You don't have to. Well, you have to uncover it to teleport there. But that's my complete mission, to complete the entire map and make it all available. They left many Easter eggs, as you're about to see. as I drive in my amazing looking Mustang here. I believe this one's Unicorn. Yeah, it's the Unicorn. So we're about to find a Unicorn. There is Bigfoot, as I had mentioned. There's Area 51. So those are neat little surprises to put into the game. And Bigfoot and also Area 51 are kind of big things in America. I don't know if any of you are from America, but in America, like, Area 51's a big thing. Does it exist? Does it not exist? And the fact that they would put that in the game is just awesome. I have not personally found Area 51 yet. I've only found the Unicorn and Bigfoot. Gameplay mechanics that I wish they had added. I really, in all my heart, wish they had added pink slips, because that really makes the game interesting when you do pink slip races like in Midnight. I really wish they had added more multiplayer game modes, definitely, like extermination, where if you're in last place, that's a very common one. I don't know, the faction missions. This is also a different game mode I would have wanted. Like, there is endurance races for faction missions, but it's not really against other people. As I have seen so far, it's hard to get into a faction mission game. And then if you can't, you just do a faction mission with AI. But it would be really fun if the online system had more people in it. That is one problem. Nobody plays it because nobody will give it a dang chance. I guess we can talk about the customization a little bit more. Some things that I wish they had added about that is more parts, definitely. There wasn't as big of a selection as I had expected on some cars, and then on some cars there was just a whole bunch of stuff. But I really wish that they had added more parts. I guess a couple more cars would have been nice. One thing that really bothered me with, like, you can't remove a rear wing. You can't have a regular rear wing, and on the one car that I did want to rice out, the BMW M5. As you know, in video games, the M series is always riced out, and it actually looks good. So I wanted to rice out my M5, but guess what? Can't rice out the dang M5. It has a small little rear wing on it, so that really did stink. And yet on muscle cars, freaking muscle cars like the Charger, you can't remove the rear wing. It has to be this big floppy ricey piece of crap. Rim adjustment would have been dandy. I wish they had put that in. Like, I don't want to see people sitting high with their marrow on 30s.
I put my marrow on them 30s, marrow on them 30s. I'm sitting high cause my marrow on them 30s.
I do want to see rim adjustment. One thing that has always bothered me about muscle cars, some of them have really small rims, and that is a case in this. I wish we had lift kit adjustments. You can't, like this Camaro right here is really low to the ground for a dirt car. I really wish I could have raised it, even though it already looks beast. Looks like a not Max Payne. Looks like a Mad Max Road Warrior car or something. So yeah, that is some things that I really wish they had added. Some parts of the map are kind of stupid, like they didn't put any time into it, but I feel like Ubisoft really rushed them with some parts, even though they had a lot of delays. Final verdict, out of 10 bananas, I would give this 8.5 bananas, so you should definitely pick it up, whether it be on sale or full price. I'd say 8.5 bananas is good, so please like, please subscribe, comment if you have any opinions on this, but keep your vulgar words to yourself. Thank you very much. Yeah, so if you want more crew content, please subscribe, and you guys have a good day.
advised, we're getting calls regarding a dangerous driver in the area.